Please look right for traffic when exiting.
Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, July 26th. The time is 4:38 p.m. and the temperature right now is around 29 degrees Celsius. And I am here at the intersection of King and Jarvis Street. And that's a look north up Jarvis. And a look to the west along King. And for this one, I'll be heading up to Adelaide Street. I'll be walking west along Adelaide, heading through the financial district, and then making my way through the entertainment district over to Bathurst Street. And then I think I'll hop south down to King Street and jump back on another streetcar. And that's St. James Park just over there on the left. And the city is currently in the process of moving the bike lanes on Adelaide Street from the south side to the north side of the street. And I wanted to come take a look and see how that is coming along. So this is Adelaide Street here. Which is an eastbound one-way street. And just north of Adelaide, parallel to it, is Richmond Street, which is a westbound one-way street. There's kind of a hazy look over towards the financial district. So I am currently on the east side of downtown. And there is a bourbon bar that is quite good. AAA. I haven't been there in quite a while. But sadly, their location in East Chinatown closed down. And as you can see, the bike lane is still on the south side of Adelaide Street on this stretch. I wasn't quite sure how far along that construction was. The city announced last October that it would be relocating the bike lane from Bathurst Street, which is to the west of here, to Parliament Street, which is to the east, from the south side to the north side. So that has only been partially completed right now. And there's a cool look at St. James Cathedral and into St. James Park. And the city has bundled that work to coincide with a water main replacement, as well as adding streetcar tracks back to Adelaide Street. And they'll be finishing it off by resurfacing the road as well. So I think at some point in the financial district, we'll see the bike lane jump over to the north side.
So I feel like I'm in a public space for that. I just don't.
Sorry.
No problem. This is Church Street here. And you'll notice there's streetcar tracks on Church Street, although there is no longer a regular streetcar service. Oh, look at this. The bike lane has been moved over as far as Church Street. And they've added these protective barriers, although if you are going east here, you'll have to cross over to that side. Those people on scooters there were on the old side of the street, or the old in where the bike lane used to be. But you'll notice they're installing some dedicated lights there. I think they will be bike lane lights. And there'll be an advanced turning signal for cars turning left while bike lanes are halted. And that's to prevent a conflict from drivers turning left into cyclists going straight through. Although I guess once that advanced green goes away, it'll kind of be a free-for-all. Of course, drivers should be yielding to cyclists when they're turning, but that's not always the case. We'll have to see how that's implemented once they've activated those streetlights. There's Teroni across the street, right next to a popular Japanese restaurant, Nami. But this is an improvement over just a painted bike lane on the south side. At least they've got the physical barrier. And Adelaide's always been kind of a nightmare. There's often cars and taxis in the bike lane and delivery trucks. So at least these barriers will keep that riffraff out. And there's a look south down Toronto Street. As we are approaching the financial district. Well, the reason why those riders on scooters were still on the south side is it looks like they haven't actually opened the bike lane here yet. This is Victoria Street. We've got those lights up top there. So I'm guessing this light on the left will be for left-turning vehicles, and those two smaller black ones will be for the cycle track. Bike lane closed, motorists and cyclists share the road. So the city says moving the cycle tracks to the north side will eliminate conflicts between people cycling and turning trucks by removing the requirement for cycling or for cyclists to merge with vehicle traffic. And here the work is still very much in progress. So the bike lanes were implemented as part of a pilot project along Adelaide Street and Richmond Street through downtown back in 2014 to 2016. And they were made permanent in 2019. And we have made it to Yonge Street. In time for the afternoon rush hour crowd. And a look north up Yonge. So I'm reading this from the city website here, but as part of the project, protected eastbound left turn phases for motor vehicles will be installed at Adelaide Street from Spadina all the way to Parliament Street. And it says this will improve traffic flow for left turning vehicles and eliminate conflict between pedestrians and cyclists. Similar to a point I stated a few minutes earlier. But for now, if you can avoid cycling along the stretch, it's probably a good idea. Adelaide Street has been reduced to just one lane. And currently, Queen streetcars east of McCall Street are diverting north up to Dundas Street. But the plan was for them to, between York and Church Streets, to run along Richmond and Adelaide Street. As you can see, they don't have the streetcar tracks yet installed here. And that's a planned 4-year diversion due to construction of the Ontario line. And this is the Bay Adelaide Centre here. It looks like some art has popped up. And across the street, my favorite skyscraper in the financial district, Scotia Plaza. So at some point in 2024, we should be seeing streetcars on Adelaide Street here. I think they have to install overhead power lines as well. And when this work on the bike lanes is done, I'll come down here on the scooter or one of my bikes and record a ride to see how that's turned out. And this is Bay Street.
Love it. Tell her that she can do it.
And to the north of here is Old City Hall. That music is coming from the Cactus Club across the street. Located at the base of what is still, for now, the tallest building in the country, First Canadian Place. They're just going for it. Someone who has a beef with Laurentian Bank. And the Toronto Stock Exchange is located in this building, along with Google, Ernst & Young, Omers, or at least between these two buildings, that's where they're located. Although Google's got new headquarters going in along King Street East. These giant 3D heads have popped up in various cities around the world. I think Miami has one. And this is York Street, so this is where the streetcars will be coming down from Queen and heading east along Adelaide here. So this streetcar track here will be fixed up and reconnected. And it looks like much of the work has been completed on the bike lane here, just west of York Street. There's look at some of the financial district skyscrapers. See if any bikes or scooters are utilizing the bike lane here. I don't see a sign blocking it off, but I do see a number of dummies caught in the middle of the intersection, blocking the crosswalk there, or the pedestrian crossing. I would just love to see the police come and blitz these drivers, especially in the financial district. They just can't help themselves. It's such an everyday occurrence, or almost every light cycle occurrence. And you can see they've put up those lights for the bike lane and that one on the far left, which will probably be a dedicated left turning lane. So from the financial district into the entertainment district. This is the old Bishop's Block here, an apartment building constructed between 1830 and 1840. That is now part of the Shangri-La Hotel. I think it also housed the old Pretzel Bell Tavern at one point. And when they were excavating around the site for the Shangri-La Hotel, they found a bunch of artifacts that they dug up, and some are on display in the hotel. There we go, we've got someone utilizing the bike lane now on the north side. Ideally, bike lanes would be raised and curb separated.
And working together is like projects to avoid you at all costs, or all like, but it's not just.
I think this is a pretty satisfactory solution. Perhaps next time there's a full road resurfacing, that's what they'll do. They're doing that along College right now. There's Smokes Poutineery, and they had a failed burrito shop owned by Smokes in the basement there. Pretty ballsy of them going head to head with Burrito Boys.
What she's been up to, what?
And on the right used to be home to the legendary Crocodile Rock. That closed down a few years ago. That would often attract a healthy after-work crowd. And that would lead later on into the night, particularly on Thursday and Friday nights. They had a pretty awesome upstairs rooftop patio as well. And this place, Bar 244, they have $3 beers on sale. Remember, Croc Rock was in full swing.
Family's happy, she got it for years and shit. It's like, yeah, let's go rent some money.
I've had that before. Matt's Burger Lab, that's pretty good. And there is Toronto Fire Station 332.
My roommate is also like parental.
And this is some row housing that dates back to the 1800 here.
Where is it?
There's Melrose, a popular cocktail bar. And we are at John Street. There's a lot of new developments going up on this side. Oh, you could say that about almost anywhere downtown.
Here in the city.
But this one is quite different. pureplaza.com. I think all this walking around with a camera, kind of leaning slightly forward, has not been great for my posture. And this is Peter Street. The Sky Dome just south of here, as Peter becomes Blue Jays Way in a few blocks. So the first major street coming up will be Spadina. And the plan was to continue all the way to Bathurst, but I think we'll just go as far as Spadina and then I'll head south down to King Street. I think that dog has decided to take its owner for a walk.
And the guy looks at me like, you good? There's a cyclist behind me going the wrong way in the bike lane, and someone pointed that out. He didn't look too happy. I didn't feel like spinning around and putting the camera right in his face, but he hopped off his bike and started walking it on the sidewalk. So this is Spadina Avenue. I'm gonna head south down to King Street here.
Areas immediately.
Yikes. That's why I do not leave my stuff locked up on streets like this. I pretty much never leave my bike or scooter locked up outside of the apartment. I don't see another streetcar coming. But I do see a fair number of people waiting. So this is King Street West. Yikes, this could be a while. I'm not even going that far west. I'm only going to go to St. Andrew Station, I think. Oh, this is fun. All right, I think I'm just going to end this here and figure out what to do. I might decide to go find some dinner. Not really sure, but I hope you enjoyed this one, walking west along Adelaide Street from Jarvis over to Spadina. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing below the video if you wish to say thanks that way. Come on, TTC, increase your frequency. This is King Street. And there is nothing coming as far as the eye can see. Anywho, it's my problem, not yours. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink.